Shruti, Smriti, Purananam, Alayam, Karunalayam, Namami, Bhagavat Padam, Shankaram, Loka Shankaram. Upadesha Sastri, chapter number 18. This chapter is titled as Tattvamasi. Tattvamasi is the greatest teaching of scriptures. Tattvamasi means you are divine. Very simple. The entire teaching of Upanishad, Vedas is you are divine. Okay? Tat means Brahman, God, consciousness. You are that consciousness. Because you forget that. Okay? As you interact with society, as you interact with environment, you forget your divine nature and you start becoming one with the environment. So you should remember your divine nature and become peaceful. The entire chapter is titled as Tattvamasi, you are divine. You are reminding. See, we require a constant reminding, okay? Because we forget, we tend to forget. Right? So this teaching is, this chapter is about Tattvamasi, you are divine. First, Shloka number 1, 2. The offering of pranams or offering of obeisances to the divine, okay, to the God. I offer my respects to the divine. Where is the divine? Is my self, my inner self. I am consciousness. The consciousness has come from my self, my inner self. I call it as my higher self or myself. So that myself is called Atma. Okay. So I offer my pranams to myself, not the body, mind, intellect. Body, mind, intellect is a vehicle. The self which is giving power to this consciousness to this. To the myself, I am offering pranam. Because, see, the moment you say think of God or something, God appears to be very remote. But your myself is not very remote. Myself is very close to me. It is in me, the consciousness. That self I am offering pranams. God is in me. God is in me all the time. So I am offering my pranams. Okay? All my thoughts, feelings, emotions and the body is powered by that consciousness. Understand? Like the electricity powers the fan and fan starts rotating. Electricity powers the light and light starts glowing. The consciousness in its presence, this vehicle called the body, mind, intellect becomes powered. Okay? It operates. Without the consciousness, it will not operate. So that's why a dead body is not of any use. We throw the dead body into the fire. Because it is powered by consciousness. When the consciousness moves, leaves it, it's no longer alive. So one who is making this body-mind complex alive, conscious, and my mind to think, my eyes to see, my ears to hear. So for that God who is closest to me, right? Can you separate God from you? Every part of your body is conscious. That's God. Right? God is so close to me. The Brahman is so close to me. I am offering my pranams, Atman. Others, we keep on searching for God in temples, mosques, mountain, at the top of the mountain, okay, in the caves. We think God is somewhere. God is in you. Okay? You are one with God as a divine child. Right? So this teaching comes from Sri Shankaracharya. Okay? I offer pranams to that self, divine self, which is in me. Not only in me, it's there in everybody. Everywhere. Right? Now when you say God is everywhere, you start thinking, oh, how God is everywhere, imagining. But when you understand God is consciousness, then you understand God is everywhere, how easily. Right? Others, it's only concept. The consciousness is not a concept. I offer my pranams to that divine. Okay. The teaching is given by Indian sages, ancient sages. Many of the Indian sages have given this teaching. Okay. For many, many thousands of years, we respect sages, Mahatmas, Gurus, because the teaching of Guru is to bring you peace. You learn, you have education in society, education, but that is for making a living. Right? You understand? You have to make a living. How, where you have to live? In the society. There's always a fight there. There's always a conflict there. So for living, you have to have the skills. Right? In other words, education which you get in the schools is for making a living. Okay? What is living really? Is a fighting. Right? There is, for a job there are 10 people. So how do you fight and get to the one job? Okay? There are business, there are 100 businesses. How do you become successful? That means the teaching, education which you get in the society is how to fight and make a living. Okay? And fighting is always stressful. There are a lot of stress in that. Not easy, right? Competitions are in school, competitions everywhere. Okay? Somebody gets better with 1 mark better than me, I feel bad. Right? So education is to make compete in this society. It means education is for war. Okay? But divine education is for peace. And this education, this teaching was given by Sri Shankaracharya based on the teaching of his earlier Acharya. He didn't create it. There are many teachers, Acharyas have come. The teaching is brought it to you. How is the teaching? The teaching is nobody can make you divine child. You are already the divine child. Okay? It will only help you to recognize that you are the divine child. It will only help you to recognize you are peaceful. Okay? So now for that peace to recognize, we are influenced by societal thinking. Lot of society, lot of thought process has gone into us. Right or wrong? Right? Various kinds of thoughts. Whether it's about life, whether it's God, whether it's about what you call as spirituality, everything, lot of thought has gone to us. And this thought is causing us confusion. And thought also in the form of my religion, your religion, my spirit, my teachings, your teachings, all sort of thought has come. But finally, these are all society thoughts. You are divine child, nothing has happened to divine child. Right? So what is required now? The wrong understanding is to be cut. Understand? Nothing else is required. You can't become divine child. You are already the divine child. You are already divine consciousness. You are already Atma, which is Brahman. So wrong understanding has to be clarified, cut. You understand? How do you cut the wrong understanding? By clear teaching. The clear teaching which comes from the Guru. Okay? And is there a basis for the teaching? The basis for the teaching is the Vedas. The Vedas, Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad is given by God to us. Okay? Just like a father and mother give education to the child for preparing themselves to the life. Right? Life is hard. Okay? Life is not easy. Out there is so much of competition. So the parents give education, either engineering or math, whatever education. They bring discipline in you so that you are able to survive in that competition out there. Okay? So the education is given by parents is for your survival. But there is an education given by God to us. That's called Bhagavad Gita. That's called Vedas. So that is for peace for you. Bring peace. But do we have that education? Do we get that education? And the purpose of this education for Vedas and Upanishads is to make you feel peaceful. Any situation. Right? Have you seen Bhagavad Gita? Krishna is telling Arjuna, where? In the war field. Right? Life is like a war. Even in that life, war called life, I have to be peaceful. For that, the God has made a syllabus. The divine has made a syllabus. That syllabus is called Vedas. The syllabus is called Upanishads. The syllabus is called Bhagavad Gita. So this teaching you have to learn. Because otherwise we will start getting dragged by the what you call society, environment. Our mental peace is disturbed. Constantly our mind will be noisy. Right? So again and again we have to bring back our mind peaceful by understanding the teaching of Vedas, Upanishads. Are you clear? And this teaching has to be taught in a very, very clear way. It's not that if teaching happens in a confusing way, then you can't understand. So the person who is able to really give the teachings in a very nice and clear way is called Sadguru, master. Not everybody can teach you well, right? There are science teachers. There are very good science teachers, there are poor science teachers. There are very good mathematics teachers, poor mathematics teachers. The real good teacher will bring interest in the subject and help you to learn it well. Like that about God, the Vedas and Upanishads tell, so that we have to learn. Okay. And this will cut our wrong understanding of life and make us peaceful. Such a master called Shankaracharya, we are offering our pranams, and all the masters who came before Shankaracharya, it's not only one. Okay. Stop writing. Shloka number 190. Hello.